Hello, we are Geraldine and Taz of the Useless Project, and we are reusers. So what is reuse? Reuse is all about shopping secondhand and keeping items in circulation. Today we're going to be bringing you on a tour around Dublin, but lots of the shops that we're going to be talking about are nationwide, and we're going to show you how to go about shopping secondhand and how to get the most out of your secondhand shop.
It's going to be a good time.
So what is reuse?
Reuse is essentially keeping an item in circulation. So be it furniture, be it clothing, be it an old bicycle, keeping something in circulation means that it is in the circular economy. So a lot of resources go into making everything. Resources have gone into making these glasses, Geraldine's beret, this little jumpsuit, and those resources are causing damage to the planet. So if we make sure that every item, once it's created, is engaging in this circular economy, it essentially means that most of that damage isn't really being done in vain.
Yeah, so it decreases its carbon footprint. The longer you use an item or the longer you wear an item of clothing, you are decreasing its carbon footprint. There's one fact, and it's by actively wearing an item of clothing by an extra 9 months, you can decrease its carbon footprint between 20 and 30%. So that's huge, and that's by doing nothing other than wearing the clothing you have. You don't have to spend any money, you don't have to sign up to any newsletters, you just wear the clothes you have. We own between 40% and 400% more clothing than people did 20 years ago, and yet we're wearing it for half as long. And that's all due to fast fashion. The fast fashion model. So what is fast fashion, Taz?
So fast fashion is kind of like this blink and you miss it speed at which apparel is being created today. So what used to be 2 seasons of fashion, spring, summer, autumn, winter, is now 52 seasons of fashion. And we see fast fashion houses bringing out new lines, new items of clothing every single week. So a great way to become a reuser is by tackling your wardrobe. It's always a great place to start. If you're not ready to tackle secondhand furniture or whatever it may be, secondhand clothing is a great place to start.
So a lot of people, when they think of sustainable fashion, they think of a €100 organic cotton shirt, or they think of trousers made out of granola, but really that's not the case at all. When it comes to sustainable fashion, it's all about keeping clothing in circulation, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be showing you all these different shops that are selling secondhand clothing, which is the most sustainable way you can upgrade your wardrobe, just by going secondhand, and we're going to have a great time as we go. But look, enough chat, more action. We're going to set off on our merry way, do a tour around Dublin, the best secondhand shopping that it has to offer. Lots of these shops are located nationwide or else are online as well, so don't fear if you're not located in Dublin.
Fingers crossed. Let's get going.
Let's go. All right, we're ready to go. We're going to be walking through the hubbo of Dublin City Centre, and as we go, we're going to be sharing some of our top tips. Starting off, what do you have?
Tip number 1. We're so lucky in Dublin, but all over the country, that secondhand shops tend to be in clusters. So never just go to one. Always see if there's any more around the area, because there always tends to be.
Generally speaking, in secondhand shops, you'll get really good quality stuff for a fraction of the price. And kind of, especially when it comes to fashion, it was just because clothing in the past was made of such higher quality and people actually value clothing. Whilst now we're kind of living in this disposable culture where people don't see clothing to be worth the investment. So when you go to a secondhand shop, you're more likely to get higher quality clothing, but for a lower price.
What a win!
Now, as a proud Dub, I'm of the opinion that our nation's capital has the best secondhand shops there are to offer.
But I beg to differ. I actually think the scene in Cork is probably the best in Ireland, all down North Main Street. There are amazing charity shops and secondhand shops and vintage shops that are just better.
So we are here on Capel Street, which is one of my favourite streets in the whole of Dublin when it comes to secondhand shopping.
I actually happened to get this coat on Capel Street. It's
stunning, absolutely stunning.
Obviously. However, it was €990 online when I googled it, but it was only 30 quid.
Oh my god.
Can you deal?
Oh.
And first on the agenda today, we're going to pop into the Irish Cancer Society.
Yes.
So let's check out what they have. So here we are in the Irish Cancer Society, where everybody is social distanced, everybody is wearing masks, and all social guidelines are being adhered to.
Yeah, also it's worth noting that all the clothes are steamed before they go on the rail, so it's completely COVID-19 compliant.
So a little sneaky tip is to look beyond the sizing that's on the clothing, because sometimes I get t-shirts that are like a size 22 that I can wear as dresses. Similarly, if you find something that's too small for you, you can just bring it to a tailor and get a strip put in the side or get extra length added on the bottom. So try to look beyond the sizing.
So when it comes to secondhand shopping, you never know what you're going to find. And just here I found a Christmas jumper. So 40% of Christmas jumpers are only ever worn once, so going secondhand is a great way to reduce your carbon footprint at the silly season. Now, I'm always going on about the kind of amazing quality stuff we get in secondhand shops for such a low price. This is a classic example. A pair of Levi's for €4. Another pair, genuine Levi's for €4. It's outrageous.
Definitely going to purchase this. Can you deal? Mango jumpsuit. How cool. €4. It's gorgeous. Oh, I'm definitely going to buy it. It'll be so
Where's it
lovely. Sorry.
Sorry.
It's from Mango. This is so lovely as well because you could wear a polo neck under it. We always say that when it comes to fashion, you should look beyond the season. So although this looks like it could only be worn in summertime, if you put a polo neck under it all year round, definitely going to get it.
Stunning. Adore.
Are you gonna take them?
Yeah, please. Thank you so much. It's gorgeous.
So a lot of the time, secondhand shops actually have a huge amount of never before worn shoes. So definitely worth checking out the next time you need some brogues. All right, now it's time for one of my favourite secondhand shops of all time.
It's a great one.
It's Second Abbey. Shops like these are great when it comes to homeware in particular, and there's loads of knickknacks and kind of wonders that you'd never find in the usual kind of high street shops.
This is like an Aladdin's cave of gems, and these shops exist all around the country. With a bit of a Google, you can find one.
Now, is it too much to want one of these in my home? They're just amazing. There's so much amazing stuff in here. Look at these boots. Look at this typewriter. It's amazing.
You can literally find anything secondhand. Look at this. Wedding dress for €25. Now, even if you didn't want this as it is, you could bring this to a seamstress and essentially get it made into a beautiful wedding dress, and it's costing you €25 as opposed to thousands.
Okay, now Taz, this is very you.
Me
Beautiful
out.
two-piece.
Tiger King vibes. Carol Baskin.
Is this vintage sports shop or shirt?
Oh, look, it's signed by someone too.
Cool.
Could be signed by me, but like.
All right, get ready for the most extra changing room you've ever seen in your life. Now,
How cool. We told you it'd be fun, guys.
another top tip, if you're like me and you find yourself often breaking glasses by accident in your home, charity shops, secondhand shops, vintage shops are all super for glassware. I would always say as well, ignore the kind of menswear, womenswear section. There's always gems to find in everywhere you look, including Massimo Dutti. Thank you very much. Wow.
I might actually try them on.
Oh, they're gorgeous.
I know, they're only a £5.
Another thing I love doing when it comes to homeware and kind of decorating your home in a sustainable way, kind of embracing the circular economy, is buying secondhand frames and filling them with prints from local designers. Another thing I always go to secondhand shops for is books. Look at the huge range of stuff they have here. In particular, recipe books are brilliant. Jamie Oliver, €8. Rich Allen, how much is this? €5. Such a steal.
My dream book. Everything you could need and more. Spuds. So secondhand shops are really good for like winter essentials. Check out this regatta raincoat. It's lined as well and it's only 20 quid. Looks like it's brand new, perfect good quality, €20.
So another benefit of going secondhand is not only are you giving an item a new lease of life, but you're actually preventing it from going to landfill.
A lot of things these days are made from plastic, clothing, toys, furniture, etc. Plastic, we know, is non-biodegradable, meaning it is going to outlive us all. So we want to keep those items in circulation. Secondhand is the answer. So when we say you can find anything in secondhand shops,
We mean anything. Cue unicorn meat.
you heard it here first.
So all you guys looking for unicorn and meat at home, you got it at the charity shops.
I'm like, what could possibly be in here?
It's a glass inception.
So we are very much focusing on clothes at this secondhand crawl, but it's worth mentioning that there are so many other amazing things to find in secondhand shops.
Yeah, most notably homeware and kids' toys. Just loads of kids' toys, as good as new. Also kids' clothing is another thing. You know, back to school, great place to start is secondhand shops.
So that wraps up our secondhand trail. We hope you had as much fun watching it as we had going on it, and that you're encouraged to check out some of the secondhand shops in your locality.
Don't forget, Reuse Month is going to last all of October, so there's loads of different ways you can get amongst the circular economy. Go secondhand. Going secondhand is the easiest, most sustainable, most cost-effective way to be a conscious consumer, and we hope that today's trail has taught you just that.
Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to hear or see any more from us, we are at The Useless Project or theuselessproject.com.